Floyd Mayweather is 48 years old. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. And when I interviewed Manny on the Art of War in the summer this year, I asked Manny about Floyd Mayweather.
If it makes dollars, it makes sense. You saw what Mike Tyson did at 58 with Jake Paul.
Mayweather's been very active, doing exhibitions. He's constantly training. He's never out of shape. Manny Pacquiao seems to be that type of fighter as well. Special fighters can do special things. You know what I'm saying? So
the speculation is officially over. Andre Ward has just dropped a massive bombshell, confirming what the boxing world has been desperate to hear. Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2 is actually happening. Ward made it clear that this isn't just idle gossip or wishful thinking, it's a done deal.
I want to talk about something that seems to be more than a rumor. It's been confirmed even by Manny Pacquiao, but it's been confirmed by many credible sources that a potential Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao rematch is on the horizon. Floyd Mayweather is 48 years old. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. And when I interviewed Manny on the Art of War in the summer this year, I asked Manny about Floyd Mayweather. And it seemed like he still wanted a lot of smoke with Floyd, like there was unfinished business. And initially Floyd came out and said, no, it's not gonna happen. But you know how it works with the money, man, and you know how it works with most fighters. If the right network gets involved, if the right numbers start to get talked about, all of a sudden, something that didn't make sense starts to make a lot of sense.
Ward revealed that he's been talking to Manny Pacquiao personally, and what he found out suggests that this rumor is much closer to reality than anyone thinks. We aren't talking about a light sparring session or a friendly exhibition. This is the definitive sequel the world has been waiting over a decade to see. Ward has spoken, and the biggest rematch in history is officially back on.
Now, the fight is rumored to be somewhere around April. It's all rumors at this point. Nothing is concrete, potentially at the Sphere. This would be the first boxing match at the Sphere. And Netflix is reportedly involved.
This aligns perfectly with what Floyd Mayweather himself recently told TMZ Sports. Floyd didn't just dance around the rumors. He explicitly stated, the fight is in 2026, clearing up the timeline.
Says you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
The fight is in 2026. We still, ironing out everything. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be exciting for the people and the fans.
Even more shockingly, Floyd admitted he isn't totally against the idea of making this a professional bout, meaning he would be willing to risk his pristine 50-0 record for the right price. He promised that despite his age, he's still working hard every day to ensure it's an exciting event for the fans.
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting event. And the people from all around the world is going to enjoy it.
Any chance that you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
It's on it. It's on it. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. Not at all. But we just don't know.
Andre Ward isn't the type of guy to chase clout or spread gossip, which is why his recent comments are making such huge waves. During a heated debate, Ward shut down the skeptics with one simple, undeniable truth. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. He compared the potential rematch to the massive spectacle of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, proving that the world is hungry for these nostalgia fights.
So, what's your read or your take or your feel about a potential Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather 2 at this stage in their lives at 48 and 46 years old?
Like you just said, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. You saw what Mike Tyson did at 58 with Jake Paul. It made sense, which made dollars. So this fight will make dollars, so it makes sense. That's how I see it.
But Ward didn't stop at financial theories. He confirmed that Manny Pacquiao is not only open to the idea, but is actively waiting for the call. According to Ward, Manny is ready to go right now. The holdup isn't the venue, and it isn't the money, it's Floyd. Most boxing purists are rolling their eyes at the idea of two men pushing 50 years old stepping back into the ring, claiming it will be a slow, boring snooze fest. However, fellow legends are weighing in with surprising optimism. Oscar De La Hoya admitted that while the fight should have happened years ago, he is curious to see it, specifically to see if Floyd's legendary defense can still hold up against Manny's volume.
Thank you. Oscar, I think we all got to get your thoughts. Two of your former opponents, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, 10 years after the fact, they're talking about running it back. What's your thoughts on that? And then I just have one quick follow-up question to it.
It should have happened a long time ago, obviously. I don't mind it because it'll be entertaining, and I'm curious to see how Mayweather will react, to Pacquiao's style again. I mean, Mayweather's Mayweather. He has a great style, great defense. Probably the same thing will happen again.
Mikey Garcia kept it simple, stating the uncomfortable truth for all the haters. We will all watch it.
Mikey, it looks like Mayweather Pacquiao 2 is gonna happen. And it's serious, it's what do you think? Break it down. You know Mayweather, you know Pacquiao. You sparred Manny.
I don't think anybody wants to see that anymore.
Everybody wants to see it. I disagree. I think
nobody wants to, but we are gonna watch it.
We will watch. It's gonna be on Netflix.
We will watch it.
It will do amazing numbers.
No, I don't think it'll do amazing, but it will.
Their names,
Mike. We'll watch it, but it's not a fight that you want to see.
But it'll be entertaining. I'm actually, I wouldn't mind watching it again, but again, it should have happened a long time ago. And this is exactly what I tell fighters. You have to seize the opportunity at the moment when it's hot, when people are talking about it. Like Pacquiao Mayweather, should have fought several months after they had their first fight. Imagine how big that would have been. So I don't know how big it'll be, them fighting now, but I think I would watch it just to be entertained. They're both two of the best elite fighters on the planet, so you got to give them their props.
Ward has a completely different, almost genius take on why this fight could actually be better than the first one back in 2015. His logic is brutal but accurate. Both men have slowed down. In their prime, Floyd was a defensive ghost, impossible to hit, and Manny was a blur of motion. Now, their legs can't carry them around the ring for 12 rounds like they used to. Ward argues this forces them into a phone booth fight. They won't be able to run. They'll have to stand toe-to-toe and trade shots.
But the actual fight, do we get a better fight because the fighters are older and I'm not moving as much and we gotta stay in this phone booth more? How do you see a rematch playing out now?
Yeah, I think we get a little bit of a better fight. It's kind of hard to say because Floyd always stays in pretty good shape himself. Manny got in pretty good shape for his last fight, so we make it a little bit more of an interesting fight because of the fact that everybody can't move like they used to. But outcome probably should still be the same.
Tim Bradley, however, offered a stern warning to Manny Pacquiao. Bradley, who has been in the ring with Manny, believes that despite the age, Floyd is still a killer. He argued that while the first fight was a dud, Floyd's style ages better, and he will likely serve and beat Manny again.
I'll tell you this, though. There's levels, man. Mayweather's already shown that he can beat Manny Pacquiao. I feel Mayweather still today with his age, even combined with his age, he still will serve and beat Manny Pacquiao. The fight, I think that the first fight was a dud. I think Manny, coming in, quote unquote, with the shoulder injury, made it even worse. You know what I mean? But I just still think that Mayweather's style and the way he's able to maintain his distance and fight on the outside and keep Manny reaching and countering him on the way in, I don't think that's going to be the same thing. The same thing in this, and if they do this second installment.
On the flip side, the Mexican monster David Benavidez pointed out that Manny has been fighting better opposition recently, referencing his draw against a young gun like Mario Barrios, while Floyd has been out of the pro ranks for years. Benavidez suggests that ring rust could be the great equalizer, even if Mayweather is still Mayweather.
You've seen Pacquiao, he's been doing his thing, he's been fighting a lot, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be a good fight. So I don't know. I mean, Mayweather has been out the ring for a long, long time. I think he's almost like 50 years old, no?
Yeah, but he's still in,
But he's still Mayweather. He's still Mayweather. But I'm just talking about like as in ring rust. I think Pacquiao has been fighting the better opposition, lately. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that ring rust treats him.
While Andre Ward is looking at the bank account, Roy Jones Jr. is looking at the legacy, and he is absolutely furious about this potential rematch. In the same conversation, Roy didn't hold back, tearing into the idea with a passion that shocked everyone in the room.
Losses. Manny Pacquiao, the pride of the Philippines, the knockout sensation of the first 10 years of this decade, number 2 pound for pound, looking to leapfrog tonight. As we get to the last 10 seconds.
His argument is simple. It's 5 years too late, repeating again. Roy believes the first fight in 2015 was already delayed so long that it hurt the sport, and running it back over a decade later is just embarrassing. Roy is a purist. He admitted that he's too crazy about legacy to ever understand Floyd's business-first mindset. To Roy, there are things more important than a 9-figure paycheck, and seeing two legends looking like shells of their former selves on Netflix isn't boxing. It's a tragedy.
I think the fight happened when it was supposed to happen. What say you, Roy?
For the prize, yeah, I think it happened when it's supposed to happen for the prize. But for the legacy, no, it happened 5 years too late. Just simple as that. But like I said, he is Money Mayweather. He ain't fighting for the legacy, he fighting for prize. And he said that himself. So I understand that. And I respect that because he did tell the truth about that. Anytime a man can tell the truth about that himself, then I got to respect that. He said he didn't fight for legacy, he fought for currency. And he did the right thing if that was the case, because that's what my argument was to me. Was I said I could have never done that because I was too crazy about legacy. I wasn't going to fight for currency. So I did like currency too, but legacy, I couldn't sleep at night if I thought somebody was better than me in my weight class. I just couldn't do it. That's just who I was, though. And that's just how I chose to use mine.
Things went from a friendly debate to a personal attack when Roy Jones Jr. decided to go after Floyd Mayweather's credibility as a fighter. This is the part that's going to have the comment section in a war. Roy looked dead into the camera and claimed that Floyd was never truly battle-tested.
So I think, once again, he's being the brilliant guy that he is. He's one of the most brilliant guys to ever touch the sport when it comes to making money. He's the GOAT at making money in boxing. I'll never take that away from him. He's the best ever at knowing how to do things at the right time to maximize the currency. He's the GOAT at that, without a question.
He argued that unlike himself or Andre Ward, Floyd never had to get it out the mud or claw his way back from the brink of defeat in a 50-50 fight. He specifically pointed to Ward's war against Kovalev as an example of a true champion overcoming adversity. Roy claimed he couldn't put Floyd in his personal top tier of warriors because Floyd's career was too calculated, too safe, and too perfect. He's essentially saying Floyd played the game well, but he never really fought for his life.
I just feel like he never tested himself. You understand me? So if you don't test yourself, I can't call you the GOAT until you test yourself. You tested yourself twice. You fought Kovalev, then you went back in and fought him again. You understand me? You tested yourself. You have been battle tested. You came from the floor the first time and beat him. You understand me? Then you came back and fought him again and beat him worse. You understand me? So it's like you yourself even have been battle tested. The man has never been battle tested, bro. I don't care what y'all tell me. I'm not gonna bow down to nobody. I don't care what people can say I hate. I'm not hating. I'm just calling it like I see it. Where I thought it was 50-50 and you had to really go pull it out the mud. When you fought Kovalev, Kovalev, it was 50-50 and you had to pull out the mud. You understand where I'm coming from? I ain't never seen you on a 50-50 where you had to pull out the mud. So you have not been battle tested. I'm sorry. That's real.
Let's circle back to that viral rumor about the Sphere and Netflix. The Sphere in Las Vegas is the only venue that could visually top the MGM Grand, offering a visual spectacle that distracts from the fighter's age. And Netflix? Tim Bradley specifically mentioned that Netflix has the power to drop $500 million on an event like this. After the numbers they pulled with Tyson, they are the only platform with the FU money to pay both Floyd and Manny what they would demand. We are talking about a potential billion-dollar event. Ward's confirmation that Manny is game aligns perfectly with the timeline. If Floyd wants one last heist, one last massive payday to clear the books before he officially retires for good, April 2026 gives them enough time to build the hype and let the hunger grow.
I think that would be amazing. I think everybody, including Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, have seen how pay-per-view is dying, or that's that's a format that is dying, so to speak, and the streaming service, the broader audience, like a Netflix, can put you in front of more households, casual fans and hardcore fans alike. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather initially fought in 2015. Now that's a fight that many felt was long overdue. Many said that it came too late. It was the fight of the century. Showtime had to come together with HBO. I think the only other time that happened is when Mike Tyson either fought Lennox. Was it Lennox?
I think it was Lennox Lewis.
The only other time that I'm aware that this has happened with HBO and Showtime was with rival networks is Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. And to your point and to my point again, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. So don't tell me that we hate each other so much that we can't come to the table.
There is one thing Andre Ward, Roy Jones Jr., and Tim Bradley all agree on. If this rematch happens, they cannot repeat the mistakes of 2015. They need a stack of killers on the undercard. Roy pointed out that the first fight needed a prime Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko. Tim Bradley took it a step further, proposing a fantasy card that would actually shatter records. Layla Ali versus Claressa Shields and Floyd Mayweather versus Terrence Crawford. While that might be a pipe dream, the message is clear. If Netflix and the Sphere want this to be a success, they can't just rely on two old names. They need to stack the deck with young killers and era versus era matchups to balance out the nostalgia.
There's two fights out there, man. 4 people that make sense, right? We talk about era versus era all the time. Era versus era. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, all this stuff. Well, look, man. We got Layla Ali, and I understand that Layla says she's not going to exercise it with Claressa Shields. But I'm just saying, you want to break records? Y'all like money? Y'all want to break records? Y'all want to put that O on the line and want it to be something huge in this generation? You know what I'm saying? 100 million people watching. Man, you put Layla Ali, Claressa Shields, same card as Mayweather and Terrence Crawford. I promise you, you guys will break records. Yes, you will get paid beyond your wildest dreams as well. Netflix will step up, I'm sure, and they'll put $500 million on it. And y'all can split that up like that, man, for real. Because I'm telling you, everybody on planet Earth will be watching. They will be watching because you got era versus era.
So, where does this leave us? We have a viral rumor that sparked the conversation, a confirming word from Andre Ward that Manny is ready, a specific 2026 confirmation from Floyd himself, and a scathing critique from Roy Jones Jr. It's a clash between the business of boxing and the soul of boxing. Floyd has always said he's smart and takes the path of least resistance to the biggest check. A rematch at the Sphere is exactly that. It might not be the fight Roy Jones Jr. wants, and it might not be the fight 2015 deserved, but as Ward said, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. And right now, this fight makes more dollars than anything else.
And still undefeated,
The ball is officially in Floyd's court. Manny is waiting, Ward is vouching for the entertainment value, and the venue is practically begging for it. But the real question is for you. Do you agree with Tim Bradley that Floyd is still a killer who wins easily? Or do you side with Benavidez that Manny's recent activity gives him the edge? Let me know in the comments below.